the last part of this problem asks us whether the owner should convert one part-time salesperson into a full-time salesperson. And if they do that, they're going to have to spend an additional $8,000, but they're going to bring in more sales because that salesperson will be there longer. And so a couple of things before we go ahead and I show you how to calculate this. First off is to understand whether that $8,000 is a fixed cost or if it becomes part of these variable expenses per clock. You know, this problem isn't very clear other than, you know, because each clock could pay a salesperson a commission, and you could argue that's variable, but they don't really tell us. So we're going to assume that this selling expense here are my sales employees, and so this $8,000 would increase my total fixed expenses. We'll assume that's a salary of some sort, the additional $8,000. It'll increase my fixed expenses by $8,000. Okay, so now that we have that established, let me just write that down. So my fixed costs will go up by $8,000. The question is there enough revenue to offset that? Well, this is where we need to understand the idea of contribution margin. And what we know is that for each clock we sell, we have $3.20 that can be set aside to cover those fixed costs and to add to profit. So we need to know if we sell 24,000, how many clocks is that? All you got to do is take the $24,000 in revenue divided by $8 per clock, and we know it'll be an additional 3,000 clocks we can sell if we convert that salesperson to full time. Well, if we sell that many more clocks, we have this contribution margin that will increase by $3.20. It's right here. The contribution margin will go up by $3.20 for every one clock we sell. We're selling 3,000 more. So all we have to know is that the revenue will bring in this much more contribution margin, and this much more contribution margin will more than cover that fixed cost. So by doing it, by bringing and converting that additional employee to full time, we generate an extra $1,600 that can be applied to profit. So the answer to this last part is yes, we should convert into the full-time position.